Well, hello and welcome once more to the Boxing Arena in Herning and day one in the Women's Handball World Championships. Earlier today, Montenegro and Serbia battled out a 28-all draw here in Group A, and later on great excitement as the hosts prepare to take on Japan. But coming up right now, it's the second match of the day. Hungary take on Tunisia. Hungary somewhat the favourites here, but Tunisia always an awkward customer. The Hungarians, the first team to come out. Their last World Championship title goes back a long time, 1961. They were silver medalists in 2003, bronze 2005. Since then, it hasn't quite worked for them, and 2 years ago, they finished 8th. They're hoping to do better here, though, as the crowd greet the teams. Crowd which is building and building ahead of tonight's Denmark match against Japan. But we already have quite a few people here in the boxing. There's some of the fans. And now the team of Tunisia. Tunisia, who finished 17th in the World Championships 2 years ago. Their best ever finish, well, that was a 12th place. And it goes back some time, I'm afraid. But they come here as African champions, finishing ahead of the Democratic Republic of Congo and Angola in the African Championship. These two teams who have met twice in World Championships, 2009 and 2013, and each time Hungary won, but in 2013 only by 2 goals, 26-24. 2009 was a bit more clear-cut, 33-25. So the last of the players are in the arena, and it will be time now for the hall announcer to introduce the players.
Starting with the players and officials from Hungary. Number 2, Sandra.
Players from Hungary now being introduced to the spectators in the arena. Coach Andras Nemeth has named several young up-and-coming players in his squad, his largest squad this was, but in the end he's ended up relying on his veterans, including Grbic and Zacic.
16, Blanka Biro.
Both just back from maternity leave, but on great form already. But there is a genuine disappointment that he didn't pick the on-form goalkeeper Sikora or Korsos, the left winger, who plays a very, very good role up front in defence if they want to do a 5-1.
24, Sabina Maya. Number 30,
not least also because Korsos on the left wing could have helped, because they're lining up with just Erdushi on the left wing, Hungary.
83, Monika
Also Meisaros has been left out, very strong defender, normally plays a central role. That means that the centre of the defence today will need to be held up by Tomori or Sekeres. There is their coach, Andras Nemeth. It's his third spell in charge of the Hungarian team.
And
so now the introduction.
Starting lineup, the presentation from Tunisia. From Tunisia. Number 1, Nesrin Hamza.
The Tunisians come with a very experienced squad. Left back Toumi, 230 internationals, 982 goals. While playmaker Cheba has played 225 times, 963 goals. They're both playing their 5th World Championship, and in fact Cheba played in Denmark for some time with both Viborg and Esbjerg, and played very well indeed, and she's well known and very well liked. While Kuki, the line plays, on her 4th World Championship. Good look out also for the left back Kuildi, plays for Monde in Norway, where she's actually the 19th top scorer. That's her in the picture now. Quick wave to the crowd. But most of their players play in the Tunisian league. Just 3 of them play abroad. 2 in France. Ben Slama, the goalkeeper, and Cheba for Nîmes. While, as we said, Kuildi plays in Norway. All the others playing in the Tunisian league. There was a time when they had a lot more players in France. There's the coach, Mohamed Riyad Sana, took over since the last World Championships from Paulo de Moura, when he finished disappointing 17th. See if they can do better on this occasion. Well, he looks underwhelmed by the occasion, trying to stay cool here in the boxing arena ahead of the opening match
Also
in these World Championships. Great anticipation in Denmark. There's been so much excitement and so much work. Here are the referees from Russia, Victoria Alpaizde and Tatiana Bereznika.
And of course also a very warm welcome to the
exchange
International
views
Handball Federation, which is represented by
their headsets.
The IHF
allows them to talk in the match.
Timekeeper.
Make sure they make the right decision.
From Sweden.
Good cooperation between the two.
Hagen.
Well, the Hungarians always have a few travelling fans, but they may be saving themselves up for the second week, because the final will be played in this arena. But there are a few scattered around, rather well dressed, came straight from work, I assume.
From Norway,
but they didn't. Like the firemen's helmets, that's going to go down well later on.
Please stand up for the national anthem.
Time for the national anthem.
We start with the one from Hungary.
So it will be Hungary first.
And now the national anthem of Tunisia.
Tunisia. So the anthem's over and the teams are going to swing around, shake hands, the customary procedures at the start of the games. Two teams who I said before have met twice, Hungary winning on both occasions, but it was a tight call 2 years ago at the World Championships in Serbia, just 2 goals in it. On that occasion, Hungary though still finishing a disappointing 8th, and I think they're hoping for a little bit better here. Hungary have had just one preparation match for this competition against the Ukraine. Comfortable win for them. This is how the group looks at the moment, then following that earlier draw between Serbia and Montenegro, but it's early days yet. This will all change, and I would expect Hungary to leapfrog today if all goes as we would assume, but as I said earlier, never underestimate the Tunisians. So for Hungary, well, they're glad to have Gurbic and Zacic back from maternity leave, but they still have huge experience in the squad with playmaker Zushansky, right winger Kovacic, and right back Tomori, who was the stand-in captain while Gurbic was away having a baby. And the coach, Andras Nemet. So the lineup for Tunisia, well, they've left out the experienced right back Abdelhak and playmaker Kilani, but Sheba, also playmaker, is very experienced. Left back Toumi will cause a lot of problems, but look out also for right winger Hamrouni, who's a prolific scorer, 229 goals in just 54 appearances. Mohamed Riyad Sana is the coach, who's taken over the squad. And just nurturing the team here, not to be overwhelmed by the occasion on the opening day. And there is Gurbic, 997 goals in 204 appearances. Superlatives escape you when you talk about the 32-year-old who plays for Jury. Has just been on tremendous form. While for Tunisia, we'll look out for Muna Chiba, 963 goals in 225 appearances. That is quite a tally. And of course, well known and well liked here in Denmark, where she of course has played for Esbjerg and Viborg. So Hungary will start with Eva Kish in goal, who's on fantastic form with the club Győri, challenging Grimsborg for the top spot there if she can get in. Mehmet deep in thought. For Tunisia, there is Manel Kouki, 27-year-old line player, very, very experienced as well. And they will start with Eshraf Abdallah, the 28-year-old goalkeeper from Club Africain. Seem to supply the majority of their players, although they're not the champions. That's ASF Tebulba. So here we go then, and it's Tunisia in the white shirts and red shorts who throw off, playing from right to left. Hungary today in the all-red strip. So can Tunisia pull off an upset here and overturn a run of 2 matches against Hungary without a win? Seems to be a 6-0 defence, but pushing a little bit up front with Zacic and Tomori playing a little bit deeper, trying to pressure the backs. Good take! Opening goal to Tunisia. Scored by the line player. Lovely pass into her by Cheba. And Kouki, we were just talking about her turns and scores. Well, the Tunisians happy to wait back. 6-0 formation in defence. There's a bit of space for the line, and Samoransky is trying to cause problems, moving around a lot behind. There's space on the wing. Took the keeper off the post and then put it on the inside post. Nicely done by Monika Kovacic. Thanks to the champions FTC Budapest. FTC, who broke Győri run of 7 years, winning the title in Hungary last year. So still a slightly deep attack. They're pushing up. They just need to keep an eye on Kouki though. He's a good solid line player. Will find space at the back if they all push up without much coordination. So Cheba in the centre, Kouildi at left back. Started with Dardur at right back as well, and a comfortable save for Eva Kish, all 1.89 m, a huge reach for the keeper from Győri. Hand through, big gap. And all the way through for Zuzana Tomori, who unusually for right back is right-handed, just prefers that position. Deputised as captain in Görbic's absence. Although she's not having a great season at the moment, she has scored 38 goals in the Hungarian league, but more recently has been a little off the boil. Looking for the line wasn't even there, but somehow they've managed to get the ball back, mostly through one of the defenders knocking the ball back into the path of Cheba. Cheba tries a long-range shot. There's no strength and no direction to it though, and Kish picks it up comfortably as Hungary break. Big shot coming off way over the top. And Zandra Zacic clearing the goal a little too much. Cheba changes direction. Cheba, the number 20, who scored 49 goals for Nîmes in the French league where she plays. She's the 8th top scorer in the French championship, the Tunisian number 20. Not a big player, 176 for a playmaker, especially against such a big central defence that she's going to be up against for Hungary, and under pressure they've given possession away. Zacic puts the ball back in play. Tomori for the moment still in the centre. Görbic's not pulled into action yet for now, into the wing. Kovacic all the way through, her second. And Nemeth looking blissfully relaxed on the line. And after conceding the opening goal, Hungary have hit back with 3 goals without reply. Kovacic, who's playing a 4th World Championship. She's also been in 5 European Championships, hugely experienced. Little cross with the line. Kuki goes back in. They've got 2 on the line now. Cheba goes around. She won't get it though. Whistle's already gone. Tatiana Bereznica points to the 9-meter line, and the line player Kuki comes out to take it. So Cheba's shifted left now is Ines Kuildi, number 24, who plays for Monde in Norway. Bottom club in the Norwegian league at the moment. Has moved in. Passive play being called against the Tunisians. And it's all down to individual play at the moment, and they need a quick shot. Have they got someone though who can shoot over this massive central defensive wall? Zacic 183, Tomori 186, and in the end they shoot wide. Possession goes back to the Hungarians. Breaking out fast. All the way through, but comfortable save in goal for Abdallah, and a break for Tunisia. And they score at the other end. Scored by Sva Bencheka.
Player number 30, Fatma Shikar.
And again, Hungary hit Tomori, her second. Tomori scored 390 for Hungary in her 141 appearances. The experience won her 4th World Championship. Past the 5-minute mark, it's 4-2 to Hungary. Defence has gone a little bit flat on the right-hand side. Maybe they don't quite sense as much danger. They know also if they push up too deep, the Tunisians are quick, they'll go around them. It's a fine balance between being at just the right depth. Too many... well, it's actually down as a attacking foul. It's going to be a free throw foul on Kovacic. Had a chance to put it away, but shot straight into the foot of the keeper. He's trying to put it down next to the standing leg, I suspect, but in the end, as she went up, even Hamza's off the bench. Zacic into the wing, she sucked the defence in, good angle, lobs the keeper, she's put it wide. Erdouchi. Abdallah did well, came out quick. Looks like it's Kovacic, I beg your pardon, on the left wing. Throw in. Tunisia keep possession for now. Slow pace at the moment, they are struggling to find solutions. There are no combinations per se by the Tunisians at the moment. Well, the move's been called by Chiba. It's the same one they've done all the way through now. Kuki comes out, drops back in, the second line player's meant to go in. Doesn't quite happen this time. Chiba shoots, but she's fouled in the act of shooting. She's won a penalty. Little shove as she broke through. Dummied the pass into the wing, but in the end got pushed by Zacic. She'll step up to take the penalty herself against Ivakish. Well, Kish commits herself, and as she lifts her leg, Cheba drops it down next to the standing leg. Her first of the game, nicely done. 1 goal in it, it's 4-3 Hungary. Hungary then, who beat the Ukraine 37-19 in Budapest last week in their warm-up game. Oh, that's going to be a problem for Kuildi. Got a yellow card.
Yellow card for Tunisia for the player number 20.
Tunisia, for their part, played in a tournament in Spain, where they lost all their matches against Denmark, Spain and Angola. Denmark and Spain, well, big, strong nations, but Angola, they lost 22-27 against a team you would have expected them to be on par with. Meanwhile, Hungary here score another one. Lovely pass by Zacic in onto the line, where Zamoranski, 29-year-old, another of the FTC Budapest players, scores her opening goal of the game, 5-3. Zacic goes from provider to scorer. And as she wheels back, there's a 2-minute suspension for Tunisia. Safa Bencheka has gone off for with a push out on the wing.
Goal Hungary scored by player number 2, Sandra Saxi, followed by a 2-minute suspension for the Tunisian player number 13, Fatma Sheker.
21-year-old who plays for Mahdia in the World Championships 2 years ago. It's a couple of minutes break. Well, with the extra players now, the Hungarians are individually marking the Tunisians, pushing up, playing them almost at their own game, and Quildi, they're struggling to find options in the end. Cheba just tries a long-range shot out of frustration. With very little chance of success, and they pay the price at the other end as Zita Zushansky helps herself. Zushansky, quick player, 45 goals in the Hungarian league so far this year for FTC.
Zita Zushansky.
Change now to a 5-0-1 with Cheba being individually marked by Zushansky. They're having to bring the wingers around now and create space. Well, they started with Kuki, who's playing out on the wing. She's now come in, but she's going to have to come out again because they don't have too many options. Tomori is coming out to try and cut the pass to the centre. Passive play, surely. And Andras Nemeth is now on his feet, asking the referees how much longer do they have. 30 seconds to go, and good defence again. The arm is up now for the referees. Kuki! Cheba did incredibly well to take that ball back because it was a loose pass, but in the end she barges into the defender, Kovacic, while she tries to keep control of the ball. Back come the Hungarians. We're past the 10-minute mark in the first half. 7-3 already to the Hungarians. And this is beginning to look like one-way traffic here in Herning. They are back to full strength again now, Tunisia, as Toumi rather races back on again, number 10. Steps inside the area though, the Tunisian Cheba, and she's given possession back to the Hungarians. So Toumi has gone on, very experienced player, number 10, the captain. 37 years of age, 230 internationals, 982 goals. She's a top scorer at the last World Championships 2 years ago. Oh, penalty, and that'll be 2 minutes. Will it? Oh, she's got away with a yellow card. Cheba pulling the arm from behind as she was overtaken. Zacic, well, in fact, no. Good decision by the referees. She did touch the arm, but she wasn't holding it. I thought she had a hold on it. Change the keeper then for Tunisia. Ben Slama, the 30-year-old who plays for Dijon in France, comes in. Oh! Well, Gurbic just taken off the bench to take the penalty, and it's saved. Ben Slama. Well, she sold her. She lifted the left leg, said go on, shoot the other way then. And as she did, she swapped legs. Gurbic doesn't normally let that slip. Team timeout's been called by the Tunisian team.
تجي لهنا اكسترن روتاسيون مع هي وتجي على الوسط تجي على الوسط ناس ديرونفيرس نخدموا قدمناها البارح
Este oldja meg. Az Este oldja meg. Ha egyedül az irányítót nem tudjuk megoldani, oda kell, ha kell, akkor segíteni. Az az egyedüli ember. A többit oldjuk meg, a befutóra onnan figyeljünk, és ennyit kell, beállót próbáljuk meg megelőzni, és nem birkózni.
Two relatively calm coaches there. But Sana, the Tunisian coach, asking for more crossovers, and there just hasn't been any of that at all, I'm afraid. And maybe trying to give them some ideas in attack, because at the moment the Tunisians are lacking. They just don't really have the formations. They've had the one move where Kuki comes out, drops back in on the far side. The wing is supposed to come around and drop in as a second line player, but sometimes doesn't. And then Cheba goes around to the left and tries to use the space, but well, there's the second line player going in for the opposite direction this time. It's Amice. It's a free throw and a yellow card, which Sekaresh doesn't argue about. Holding from behind on Kuki. Kuki does well. Long-range shot, came off a defender, the ball still in play, both stepped inside the area. Tomori accepts that she was the guilty party though, and it's a free throw for Tunisia. Cheba. Back comes Kouildi. And possession given away cheaply again. Looks up for quick options, nothing there, and Zushansky decides to put the ball back to Kish. And they bring it up a little slower. Looking for the line. Oh, what a shame. That was a lovely pass. And Zacic playing fantastically well. Great passes to the line. But on that occasion, hands flaying around, and Zamoransky just not quite on a game. So 7-3 the scoreline to Hungary. And the ball, the clock's just been stopped, the ball picking up a bit of dirt, and the referee was about to swap the ball, but I think Cheba's got rather attached to it in more ways than one. Decides she wants to keep that one. Not sure why. Seen them go 4 goals down so far. Kuki attacking foul, takes Tomori down with her. And Sekeres looked like she was about to go next. Little handoff. Dummies all the way through. Free throw. Sandra Zacic, a 25-year-old from FTC. Really evident here in the attack. If she's not driving through, she's finding the line, doing really well. Zushansky is playing in the middle. Got a bit not being used just now. Tomori, saved again. And Abdallah playing really well in goal. It could have been so much worse for Tunisia. Made a string of good saves. Stood her ground, covered it well. That was a 4th save, 36% save rate. Again, they're not creating a great deal. They struggle with the size. Cheba individually goes through. Kish blocks it though. Hits her on the hip. Chance for a phase 2 attack here. They're not quite organised. Oh! Lovely shot. Zushansky, extension and then explosion. Textbook stuff. Just look how she holds, and then when it goes, it's a torpedo. Elbow nice and high, and Abdallah could do nothing about that. Past the 15-minute mark, then it's 8-3 to Tunisia. Oh, given away, complete misunderstanding with Kuki. And Zacic makes absolutely no mistake. Her second. Steals away, no one near her, and poor old keeper Abdallah left on her own to deal with that. Tries to cut back inside. She was bouncing the ball rather a lot of times, but Saïda Recep, just 21 years of age, but already 31 internationals under her belt. 52 goals, plays for Olympique. Gaspa. Cheba, trying a jump shot, which is difficult when you're 176 against a defence that's over 180. Stayed in, nice take. Kuki. Getting in there quickly, Cheba. Kouildi. And again, Kuki coming in hard, and Zacic just held the line. Oh, that was going to be a tough call. Kovacic would have had to catch and shoot mid-air before landing. Into the wing, good angle. Saved by Kish, did really well off Butina Amice. And then a bit of a misunderstanding there. Not sure what she could see. It's Kish, 4 saves so far in the game. There was the shot. Let's have a look again, just on the inside heel. 9-3 the scoreline then, and Nemet must be feeling quite relaxed about the day. Tomorrow, Hungary will take on Serbia, while Tunisia, they're up against the host Denmark. Looking for a jump shot. It's almost as if the defence knows she's not going to shoot. They were trying to frame her in. Cheba does have a go, though. It wasn't badly placed, but a comfortable save for Eva Kish. 28-year-old is playing a 58th international for Hungary. Kuki getting a bit of a discussion, it seems, on the bench. Zacic. Oh, lovely dummy, but another fine save by Abdallah, the 28-year-old keeper from Club Africain. 5th save. Good quick reactions by the keeper. 1m81. Spreads herself well, and frustration for Zacic. So Gorobic is on. Loose ball. Never take your eye off it. The opportunists are always there. Muna Gilesi, the scorer, with her first of the game. She's only been on just over a minute. Picks up the loose ball. 19 minutes played. It's 9-4 to Hungary. So Tomori, for the moment, is staying in the centre. They're all in different positions. You'd expect her at the right back. They'll swap. Well, Tomori is going left back. Gorobic, little handoff. Planeta is on as well. 22-year-old, another Giurietto player. 5 of the Hungarian team from Giurietto, 6 from FTC Budapest, the champions. Planeta. Oof. Well, maybe too much resin on the hand. And the tall 1m98 Planeta towers over the Tunisian defence. Well, Gorobic just very kindly handed back to Sfar Bencheka some dirt from the floor, which she's then trying to get off the resin on her hand. I wouldn't have accepted it personally. Now goes wide again. It's almost as if there's too much resin and the ball's leaving the hand quite late and going into the ground. Oh, lovely pass, and again Abdallah. What a game she's having. 6 saves. So past the 20-minute mark in this game, Hungary leading 9-4. It could have been so much worse for the Tunisians. But for the performance of Abdallah in goal. Good substitutions. Oh, we tried to take it quickly while they were off. And it's a faulty throw. They've actually given possession away in the end. And team time out for Hungary. Andreas Nemeth deciding to pull his players off, and Gorobic, she always has that very serious look about her. It's nothing personal with the other players.
Serdülő szinten lőjük az ícreket, együttemből felsőt vagy alsót lövünk, kézen vagy lábbal lőjük. Akkora helyek vannak, most is el lehetett volna mellette tenni, ne együttemből lőjük, mozgassuk egy kicsit meg. Mit jelent a folt? A folt azt jelenti, hogy belőled erre a területre, és akkor oda kell eltenni a labdát. A védekezéssel semmi gond nincs.
السيو كروزي معها هي تنجم تشوط ولا تكمل على فاطمه داكور الهاب برون لا بلاس دو بوتينا ونيفوت لا ديفونس راهو برشا يجيو على السيكتور سنترال ويحلوا لنا اللعب دونك on doit faire la faute au niveau de la
Well, no one's going to accuse Andreas Nemeth of being over-emotional, that's for sure. Calm as ever. To lean in to hear him. So Hungary comfortably ahead here, but they could have been home and dry by now, but for the fact that Abdallah, with 6 saves from 15 shots, is excelling in goal. Well, they're pushing a bit deeper now with the defence. It looks like Gillesi almost up at 9 metres. Into the wing, decent angle. Oh, she came off the post. Left the inside open. And it's scored by Ildiko Erdősi. 26-year-old. There's the Sjofa. 10-4 the scoreline for Hungary now. Erdősi, who quite literally has just come on. Nice way to start. So Tumi at the left-back position. She's replaced Kuildi, who was struggling to find a rhythm. While over the right-back position, Saida Recep is there, just 21 years of age. Still an experienced player, though. She's right in front of Gurbic. Cheba. Good defence again. He was covered all the way by Sikeresh. She had space, she dummies, and ball's gone out of play, but it came off a defender, it seems. They're looking to the referee, and it took a while, but in the end, Victoria Alpaizde agrees, but it was almost a consensus decision by the Hungarian team that they should give the ball to Tunisia for a throw-in. Gurbic, Tomori now in the centre. Gurbic, he's got these quick accelerations, although as you'll see from her left knee, she's had a lot of problems earlier in her career and still carries a lot of protection on it. Well, they're marking her closely, though. Cheba is staying on her, but that's a danger because it means a thinner defence on the far side, and Tomori helps herself. Third goal of the game for her. Allowed to come all the way in as 2 defenders sit back on the line player. So also on for the first time, Elem Gerisi, number 4 on the left wing, replaces Amice. And again, barging on the line. They'll have to come back, the throw taken from the wrong place. And it's Muna Gillesi who was at fault on the line. As Kuildi goes in defence, although she's not being used in attack anymore, they're still keeping her in the centre. 1.83 m, she's one of the taller players. Oh, beautifully done. And Ildiko Erdősi gets her second. 41 goals for Hungary in 18 games. Another very economical player. 2 from 2 here today. It's almost as if they need to have combinations that bring them in between defenders 2 and 3 much quicker, bringing a player over from the opposite side to then release the wing, where they'd probably have more luck because down the centre they're struggling to find gaps through there. Whistle's already gone, they'll have to get the ball back. Oh, that was a nice change of direction, Cheba. .5-12 the deficit now, as she leaves Gurbic stranded in the weather. That knee brace just not making her quite as quick as she used to be, but nice little shimmy. Shirt holding going on, but play on, say the referees. You're in a good advantage position, but now they will come back for the foul earlier. So the goal is by Bodi. Releasing in, but good play by the referees to wait for Gillesi's 2-minute suspension until the action was finished. And next to her, Amice, looking completely, there's the foul. So they're trying to bring the wing now as an extra line player while they're short-handed, but they've got two on the line. They can't really afford that when they're short-handed. Kish, good save. And the Hungarians stream forward, but well covered by Tunisia. Until that point there, when Sabina Maya, 27-year-old who plays for Fehervar, finds a space in behind to beat Abdallah.
Goal Hungary scored by player number 24, Sabina Maya.
Shooting efficiency, I beg your pardon, is picking up again now for the Hungarians. Up to 58% now. Tunisia, I'm afraid, down on 29%. Cheba. Tumi. Looking for the line, but there's no line there. And Gurbic happy to let the ball go out of play. They're almost beginning to look tired, the Tunisians now, 27 minutes in. Oh, lovely. Tristuk pretended to make the pass and instead went straight through. 30-year-old back player. Born in Russia, though. Only got Hungarian citizenship at the beginning of 2012. So around comes Gerisi again. She's got to go back in on the wing. They're short-handed for a handful of seconds more now as that shot goes wide. So Tunisia are at full strength now. Gilesi comes in. The ball stolen unfairly, say the referees from Russia. And so it's a free throw for the Hungarians. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. It's a 10-goal lead for the Hungarians. They're cruising here. Trying a deep defence now. They're pushing right up on Gurbic. I'm not sure that's necessarily a good idea. Planeta saved. Goes out behind. It's a throw-in for the keeper. And another good save by Abdallah, the goalkeeper from Club Africain. Reacted well. Inside heel on the right leg into the wing. There's no space there. Cheba looks for the line. Well defended. The ball is loose. Gerisi tried to come for it instead. One-on-one, oof, little push, and down goes Bordi. It's only a free throw, though. Foul called against Tumi. 37-year-old looks undisturbed by the whole exercise. As does Nemet, for that matter. We're into the last minute before the half-time break. Gurbic! Goalkeeper got a touch on it, but it wasn't enough. And she gets goal 998 as she edges towards her 1000th goal. 40 seconds, and Tunisia may do well now to make this a long attack and try and score late. I'm afraid with the disparity here, their chances of turning things around don't look great for the second half, but they will hope at least for an improvement. Oh, dear. So 2 minutes suspension. Let's have a look.
2 minutes suspension for the Hungarian.
Gilesi brought down the play. Ironically, he was off for 2 minutes earlier. Sekeres is the one who's gone off. So play resumes meanwhile. 15 seconds to go. Cheba trying to find the wing. Came off the foot. Seen as an accidental one. 5 seconds to go. Tries to go through, it's an attacking foul, Cheba, and no time to put the ball up court. And that's half-time then. Rather one-sided affair, but Abdallah in the picture there. Well, 7 saves. Has managed to, at least at the beginning, keep Tunisia within shouting distance, but I'm afraid as time has gone on, Hungary asserting themselves in this game, and they lead 16-5 at half-time. Abdallah, justifiably there, getting congratulated by the other keepers. There's Gurbic and her teammates. Step off court, a match they were expected to win on form, but Tunisia can be an awkward customer, but I'm afraid here today they haven't really shown too much of that fast-paced play that we'd like to see from them, and their attack, 17% only success rate on their attack, 55 for Hungary. That's actually low for them. That's Abdallah saves. But on their shooting, 62% success rate for Hungarian shooting, 24 for the Tunisians, but 13 turnovers, Tunisia. When you have that many, I'm afraid you are going to suffer in the game, and that's reflected in the scoreline here. So the top scorers then, well, Chiba has got 2 for the Tunisians. Scant consolation, I'm afraid. Tomori, the best of the Hungarians, with 3, but it's nicely spread out amongst all the other players here in the Hungarian team. No one really putting themselves forward and stealing all the goals. It's very much teamwork for them. And the progression of the game shows that whilst the Tunisians may have scored first, after that the deluge started. The middle 10 minutes a little bit dead, 2-1 to the Hungarians, but then at the end you can see the last 10 minutes, Tunisia looking tired, but they've managed just 2 goals in 20 minutes, and let's just hope they can find some energy somewhere in the second half. So at the interval here, it's 16-5 to Hungary. We're going to take a short break, but join us again for the second half. We'll see you then.
Kære håndboldfans, husk på, at I her i pausen har mulighed for at købe officielle IHF VM 2015 merchandise. Det kan I gøre ude foran, hvor der er mulighed for at købe officielle t-shirts, sweatshirts, jakker, kasketter og meget andet. Alt sammen har det officielle IHF-logo på, og det er som sagt til salg nu. Husk også på, at I har mulighed for at erhverve jer til officielle IHF verdensmesterskabsprogram. Dear handball friends, official IHF Women Handball World Championship merchandise now available at the entrance. Official t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, caps, and other merchandise with the official logo are now on sale. And don't forget to pick up your copy of the IHF Women's Handball World Championship 2015 souvenir program. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to pay a visit to the fan zone. It's in Arena M, it's right next door. There's a lot of different things over there, competitions, you can make photos with the Danish team and so on. And there is one very special event. Could we please put on some light at the couch over here? If you see the couch, the red couch over there, you can simply win seats for 2 persons. Over there, that's first row, it's a fantastic gift. But you need to go to the fan zone, Arena M, and it's First goal of the match scored by Tunisia, player number 44, Manel Kuki. In the goal for Tunisia. Team timeout, Tunisia. Goal. Goal Hungary score. Goal Hungary scored by Blake. Goal Tunisia scored by player number 20, Mola Chepa. Tunisia. Goal Hungary scored by player number 24, Sabina Mai.
Now we are waiting for the second half, and while we're doing, thank you very much to a very, very fair audience. Give yourself a big, big hand, please. Okay, and now we are moving the hands. Let's have some music from Korea so that we can go up in the air. Come on, let's have it. You can do much better than that. And Korea, you can turn up the heat a little. Okay, let's get it happy.
attaquer un peu plus. D'accord, on est de l'autre côté.
And now we're almost ready for the second half.
So welcome back to the Boxing Arena here in Herning, day one in the 2015 Women's Handball World Championships. A fantastic draw in the opening game between Montenegro and Serbia. I'm afraid this game not going quite the same way. It's a very one-sided affair, and Hungary leading 16-5. Could have been worse, but for the heroics of Abdallah in goal for the Tunisians. But other than Chiba, there's just no movement in attack for the Tunisians, and Sana in the picture there must be somewhat frustrated, but is he mathematically now thinking, well, there is Abdallah, great performance in the first half, but do they want to ease back now maybe and think, okay, well, we've got to beat Japan, we've got Denmark tomorrow, that's not going to happen, maybe the match after that, Japan. But if they thought maybe Serbia have come into this competition not looking fantastic, but actually they've played a fantastic opening game, and maybe that's not an option, but you'd almost be tempted to turn the bench a little bit more here for Tunisia and think of the games ahead. Well, let's see what the second half's going to bring. We're just about ready to get things underway. So here we go then, and the Hungarians take out their goalkeeper at the outset. Quite an interesting one. While they're serving that 2-minute suspension, and they put Zushansky in the goalkeeper's top. Zushansky playing at the back, ready to come off quickly. There's the goalkeeper, Biro, who looks as if she's the one who's going to play in the second half. Waiting to race on. You can no longer go back when you're wearing the goalkeeper's bib and go in goal. You have to swap with the keeper. You can play up front, but you can't go in. Zacic into the wing. Seemed to land first, but put it wide anyway. Not to worry. Tunisia come away. Cheba. Gelezi goes in on the line as a second line player alongside Kuki, and there's the goalkeeper who's gone in. Blanka Biro, who replaces Kish, 21 years of age, 21 internationals. Concedes her first of the second half. It comes courtesy of Mouna Gelezi, line player for Club Africain. She'll come off again. Gelezi's second goal. And once more, Zushansky comes in. They're pushing up a little bit deeper. It's a 5-1, a fairly shallow 5-1 defence by the Tunisians. And Zacic playing in the centre. Off goes the line player. The goal is wide open. No one took the shot. They could have got it. And a good save by Biro this time.
With number 16 from Hungary, Blanka Biro.
So Biro saves off Hamrouni. I thought she should have done better with such a big angle, but more to the point, there is a gamble by the coaches that the players are often reluctant to take the very long throw down the court when the goal is empty. They prefer to get up a bit closer. But it was an opportunity missed, and that's beautifully done by Zacic. Leaves Abdallah no chance whatsoever. It's her third goal.
Goal Hungary scored by player number 2.
Tried to release it. She kept the ball instead of getting let it go immediately to the wing. Defence closed her down so quickly she just couldn't get the ball out. 2 on the line, 4-2 attack for the moment. Lovely one-handed take, comes off the post, the ball is loose. Bit of a scramble for it, and in the end, it's going to be a Tunisian ball. So still with a 4-2 attack at the moment. Both Gelezi and Kuki in on the line. That's fine though, you need a bit of pace at the back to try and open up the chances, and at the moment there is no pace at the back on the Tunisian attack. I have to be honest and say from about 20 minutes in, they've been looking tired, physically tired out there. Passive play's been called against them, the ball's given away cheaply. Zacic happy to help herself, looks for support. They're all queuing up to take it, and in the end, it's Zushansky who finishes off the attack. A third goal of the game, and it's 17-6, in fact 18-6 to the Hungarians, 3.5 minutes into the second half.
Goal Hungary scored by player number 7, Zita Zushansky.
3 from 4 for her, doing very well indeed, and Tunisian still with this 4-2 attack. It's too static at the back to actually make a 4-2 work, unfortunately. Cheba, well, hits the post, but it comes off the back of the goalkeeper, Biro. And that will count for her. That's a third. In fact, hits the back of her neck. And the Ypres centre-back keeper didn't know too much about that.
Tunisia 7, Hungary 18.
So the Hungarians at full strength. They haven't brought about any change in defence by the Tunisians. And a nice quick play, suck the defence in towards the middle and release Monika Kovacic on the wing. Cheba again trying individually. The ball is loose. She gets a second attempt. And Gilesi, just brute determination, gets her that one, a third. 24-year-old who's only played 3 times for Tunisia, 2 goals. She's actually outscored that tally in this one match alone now with those 3 goals. Tomori back in a more customary right-back position. Goal number 4 for her. And Abdallah not looking too impressed with the defence. There are no big swinging plays, no crossovers. It's just quick passing and overtaking what is a defence that is simply too static. And as they're playing a 5-1 and pushing up at the front, so they're paying the price by leaving gaps behind that the Hungarians are pleased to exploit. Looking for the line, stolen again. And Zacic turns to the referee and goes, "Why? That was a fair take." Well, again, the individual heroics of Cheba, player who spent some years here in Denmark playing for Esbjerg and Viborg. She beats Biro. Found the gap. 29 the scoreline now, as Cheba gets her 4th, albeit it's coming at some expense. 4 from 12, 33% success rate. Play on, say the referees, and that rather rash drive out by Hamrouni left the wing exposed, especially if she didn't hold her player. Kovacic scoring her first of the game. And Biro getting in on the frame. Biro, who many people said should have made way for Melinda Zikora, the on-form keeper from FTC Budapest. But it's not the way it was, as Tunisia prepare Chema Jouini, just 19 years of age, from Club Africain, to come in. Big smile, though, from Zamoransky, 29-year-old. Scores her second, and Hungary move on relentlessly.
Zamoransky. Hungary 22, Tunisia 9.
They're pushing up as well now, the Hungarians, almost defending 4-2. And they're trying each time to push the ball into the line, but it's covered. And time and again, the Hungarians are stealing the ball as they try and push it in. Lovely cut back inside. Trischuk, her second. The 30-year-old who plays for Dunarsvaros, where she's scored 53 goals this season.
Goal Hungary scored by player number 5, Kristina Trischuk. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play some fair play.
23-9 the scoreline now, 8 minutes into the second half. And again, Cheba, 5th goal for her. No tactics, I'm afraid. It's just simple brute force. Give it to Cheba and hope for the best. The line player Gillesi holding back the defence, but they are very much giving it to her and saying, well, try and find the gap. Still then this deep defence, pushing up with Girisi. Nice extension. Oh, two fine saves by Abdallah. First off the long throw, and then on the follow-up from 6 meters. Oh, went to try and lob the keeper, I think. Biro seems to have picked up an injury. She's still down while play continues at this end. Cut back inside, and a save by Abdallah, but it's a penalty. And while play has stopped, and Kovacic gets up, the staff have run on to see to Biro, who looks in some pain. She held her knee initially, she went down. Let's see if we can... Oh, yes, the right leg. It's the ankle. It's the ankle. She just jarred it, and the advertising bands on the ground do tend to stick a little bit more sometimes. You find that's... And that slight difference as she slid across. So Kish will go back in. Meanwhile, Ben Slama has gone in goal, but Biro, they start working on her. So, captain's on. Gurdic scores her second.
Goal Hungary scored by player number 13, Anita.
And Slama goes off, and Abdallah will go back in again. 24-10. So Giuini has now come in at right back. They found a way through. Getting the ball into Rezgi. That was a lovely little pass in by Giuini. And that's when the 4-2 works well. 19 years of age, 17 internationals, Giuini, but 60 goals in that time. They're pushing up very deep now. And again, Abdallah, great save because the wing left exposed as once again Hamrouni came out and left the gap wide open behind. Long pass. Kovacic away quick. And no mistake this time, her second. 10 minutes into the second half then, 25-11 the scoreline.
Goal Hungary, goal scorer, player number 8, Kovacic.
Well, treatment still continues on Biro. Inside the area, meanwhile by Girisi. Again, Abdallah. 12th save of the game for her. Well, she's having a really great game and sparing their blushes on quite a few occasions. Not a great shot, I have to say, but the rebound lucky once more as the loose ball picked up by the shooter Hamrouni and finished off by Gillesi.
Goal Tunisia scored by player number 40, Gillesi.
It's her 4th goal. Trying to go all the way through. Broke her wrist a little bit, dropped it back, took some of the pace off, but the arm going fast deceived the keeper, and Zacic's 4th goal makes it 26-12. Penalty, fouled in the act of shooting, and I have to say Giuini has made an impression since coming on. Willing to go in, take the defence on. So Cheba steps up to take it. Scores comfortably, 6.
Goal for Tunisia for the 6th time, player number 20, Monde.
So on the line. Maya is pushing up. She's been closely marked at the moment by Tumi. Too many steps. Long pass. Gerisi cuts back inside. Great save by Kish.
Playing with number 21 from Hungary, Eva Kish.
Kish had made 6 saves in the first half. And no mistake. Nice goal. Trischuk, a third. Little dummy, sold it rather easily, and then went straight through the open door.
Last goal scorer of the Hungarian team, player number 5, Kristina Trischuk.
27-13. Again looking for the line, who wasn't there. Jalisi didn't move at all. Long pass down. Intercepted by Giuini, still making her presence felt. She brings the ball up now with a bit of pace, but then made the mistake of trying to take the shot herself. That was just seeing a little bit too much of goal. It's gone to the side though, it's a throw-in, and Tunisia keep possession. So Tunisians bring back on Amice. Number 11 on the left wing. Tried to pass quickly into the wing. That didn't go anywhere, though, unfortunately, for Giuini. And Gurbic, half a mind made up whether to pass to the fast break or straight into goal, but a lovely palm straight in. Jalisi catches the ball in midair and puts it straight in goal. Chiba, the provider, incredible goal. Look at that again, well worth seeing. She was in midair well. Did her right foot touch the ground though, before she'd actually turned to shoot. But the acrobatics, quite amazing. So Bulat is on now for Hungary. Nearly scores a fantastic goal straight away, top corner. So taking their time now as Giuini comes back into the attack. Tries a long-range effort, ill-judged again, unfortunately. There's no power behind the shot, and no problem for Kish. He's got a 47% save rate in goal.
Big hand, all applause for the players from Hungary.
In fact, it's 50 with the... and Gurbic scores, and that's a third goal, and that's goal number 1,000 for Gurbic for Hungary. No time to celebrate just now, but I'm sure they'll mark the occasion later on.
Scored by player number 13, Anita Gurbic. And of course, for the good sake of fair play, give a hand for the players from Tunisia.
So a free throw, the foul on Jalisi by Tomori. Oh, that's nice again. Giuini. The first goal of the game.
Goal Tunisia scored by player number 17, Chima Giuini.
So Gurbic getting a bit of attack time. That was a clever pass. Nearly missed. But the defence seemed sluggish as Boudi missed the initial connection and had time to go back and help herself, much to the dismay of Abdallah in goal.
Goal Hungary scored by player number 22, Bernadette.
29-15, and I'm afraid it's not looking too good there for Biro. Heavily strapped up, and maybe we will see Sikora join the team after all. Good defending by Gurbic. 30 minutes remaining in the game. It might come as sweet relief, the end whistle for Tunisia, as things stand at the moment. That was an attacking foul. Bulat looking for options, not too many there. Luckily, Kish had come out. 19 turnovers suffered by the Tunisians so far. Gurbic. Oof, that's a goal, but 2 players are down. Maya, the scorer, but I think Bulat has taken a blow in the face. And just waiting to see. Well, it's the shoulder of the defender that went straight in the face. Bulat and Tumi both still down. Tumi the one who caught her. Well, it was a chin. We should be hearing bells ringing for a while. Bulat is up and seems to be okay. Tumi reaches for the ice. So Maya, there's the scorer of the last goal. Her second of the game, and that brings Hungary on to 30 goals. They've doubled Tunisia's total. Coming up to 18 minutes into the second half. Cheba. Ooh, and that's 2 minutes suspension for Gurbitz.
2 minutes suspension for the
Taking a little too hard for the liking of the Russian referees. Did she catch her high? Well, she certainly pushed her back, but I don't think that was a 2 minute suspension. It wasn't near the neck. And again, Cheba, standout player for Tunisia here, 7 goals. And little shouts for Gelezi, who managed to hold back a couple of defenders in the process. 7 from 16, mind. It's been expensive. Bulat being individually marked now, meanwhile, as the attack resumes at the other end. And it just gives a little bit of extra space for the Hungarians. As Tomori scores her 5th goal of the game.
Goal Hungary for the 5th time.
It's 15-11 to the Hungarians here in the second half. So it's a better performance by the Tunisians, helped to some extent by the fact that Jouini is now causing problems at the right back position as well. And Cheba, what an arm she's got on her. Goal number 8. Gelezi constantly standing in front of her to give her space.
Goal Tunisia for the 8th time. Player number 20.
Cheba has single-handedly scored just under half the goals. Now Tomori again.
Goal Hungary scored by player
Top scoring now for the Hungarians, 6 from 7. Given that she's not on the greatest of forms at the moment, I think she's doing her best here to prove the detractors wrong. Jouini, straight into the keeper. Little push in the back by Hamrouni. Gives possession back to the Hungarians. 10 minutes to go in the game. And it looks like Hungary are going to sit top of the group, pending the final game of the evening here in Group A in the Boxen in Herning. There's great excitement and the crowd still building up here in the arena ahead of Denmark's opening encounter in their home World Championships against Japan. Well, plenty of space there, but the shot by Triszczuk going well wide. Team timeout. Tunisia on the back of that miss by Triszczuk. Well, it's cruise mode now for the Hungarians, but we'll let you listen into the team timeout.
La défense من هنا. Si jamais on joue la défense 5-1, l'arrière opposé من غادي يطيح دوزيام. يطيح دوزيام يا بثينة. ما نفرقش الوسط والكل نتلموا على الوسط. On doit pas perdre le duel, le 1 contre 1 على الجناب. Au niveau de l'attaque, نكملوا نلعبوا en 4-2. En 4.
Ezeket próbáljuk meg megcsinálni, jó? Oké. Ezt várom!
Well, Nemeth, as ever, placid. And a rather pensive Blanca Biro, though, I'm afraid, She won't have too many good memories of this game after an injury which we hope won't end her World Championship, but at the moment certainly you got to wonder if they can get her fit again for tomorrow when they're up against Serbia. And as I mentioned earlier, this may see the call-up of Melinda Sikora. So play resumes. Juini looks for the line. Chiba. Whoa! Well, her long-range shooting has been phenomenal here today. That's 9 goals. One of them from the penalty line, all the rest from open play. She seems unstoppable. But again, Jelizi putting the block on the line. Second line play going in for Hungary. Erdoğan. In the space though, still there. Bulat getting her first to the game. Runs around and Hamrouni, who is struggling in defence. She's coming out, but she's not picking up the players or blocking them. They're getting past her and it's just leaving space behind. The line, well, the ball didn't quite reach her, but the loose ball, she managed to pick it up, but it brings a fine save out of Eva Kush in goal. Hungarians breaking. Gurbic, Bulat, Triszczuk into the line. Oh, stolen right out of her hand by Kuki. Now the break is on for Tunisia. Chiba attacking foul, good play. Bulat just braced herself and waited for impact. Well, you got to be brave in those situations. You know it's coming. She was looking the other way as she came down, Chiba, and she just had to stay in her path and wait for the impact and knew it would be an attacker's foul. Just make sure you keep your head out of the way. So Planeta in at right back. Big angle for the wing shot, and no mistake there, Erdoğan. The only recognised left wing in the Hungarian team. She chose to leave out Dorina Korsos, the 20-year-old newcomer to the team. Which is a shame. She's another one who'd be really good to see in action. She's also a really quick, aggressive front defender on a 5-1. So Juini, ever industrious, gets herself a free throw. Cheba looking for the line. This time it's stolen. Trying to break the ball out. Foul on Zamoransky. Gurbic. Free throw only. She hadn't managed to turn on goal. Erdoğan drops back in again. Gurbic tries to shoot around the body. It's a poor one. Abdallah picks it up comfortably, but the pass out by Abdallah, a poor one as well. Comfortably picked up, and Erdoğan sees her lob though come off the crossbar. Decent angle, under pressure. It's close, not close enough though. 34-18, then the scoreline remains. Juini, oh, fabulous pass to the line. Finds Kuki, second time. Sana happy with that.
Goal to Tunisia, scored by player number 44, Anel Kuki.
Edging towards the 20, Tunisia, which in the first half with just 5 goals, in fact 2 in the last 20 minutes of the first half. That's where all the trouble started for them. Top corner, that's very nicely done by Erdoğan.
Goal Hungary, scored by player number 44, Erdoğan.
Well, fair to say that the 4-2 attack has worked well for the Tunisians, who've effectively level pegged with the Hungarians through this second half. The damage, I'm afraid, they're all done in the first half. But here in the second half, a much closer affair. But of course, the Hungarians are now thinking ahead. They've got Serbia tomorrow. There's no point in forcing things. Giuini into the line again. And that's inside, though, by Kuki. And possession is handed over. So coming up to 4 minutes remaining. From Rooney, he's come off. And the crowd getting behind the teams here. Oh, what a shame. Oh, two great saves by Abdallah. First off a Kempe, which actually was a very nice effort by the Hungarians. And then off Bulat on the follow-up. This was nice. Rushed the shot a little. And then Bulat from point blank came out, stood her ground. And Abdallah, 16 saves in the game. Push in the back by Grbic. She looks around, she's got away with it. Looked a bit anxious for a while, but Cheba, meanwhile, scores her 10th goal. Mehmet not looking too impressed, but equally not unduly concerned with 3 minutes to go. The points are in the bag. So Bulat, Grbic in the centres. Bulat now drops into the wing. Maya couldn't hold the ball. It was a nice work moved otherwise. Grbic, number 4.
Goal Hungary, score point player number 13, Anita Grbic.
Pushing a bit deep in defence now, trying to cut between the back players on this 4-2 attack. We're pushing 2 up now. Grbic also coming outside the 9-metre line. And that's an attacking foul. It's called against Gilesi. Grbic. Oh, no, 2-minute suspension. And Kuki looks unimpressed as Grbic gets back up again. Let's have a look and see. Yes, caught around the neck. Clumsy rather than ill-intentioned, but it does bring down the Hungarian captain, and it means an enforced break. And so, with less than 2 minutes remaining, Tunisia will finish the match short-handed. Oh, brilliant pass. Absolute class. Finished off by Maya. Grbic, no-look pass. Looking to the playmaker, passing the other way. 37-20, the scoreline. Well, we expected the Hungarians to dominate in this game, but the first half hugely damaging to the Tunisians, who managed just 2 goals in the 20 minutes up to half-time. And again, they've lost possession. They are so tired. The technical faults accumulating. 26 turnovers now suffered by Tunisia. All the way through. Ah, straight into the keeper. Kish. And they pay the price at the other end. Because Bodi makes absolutely no mistake scoring a third. Kish started it all off, but Abdallah looks up at the clock and it'll tell her that the pain is nearly over. 3 from 3 from Bodi. Done exceptionally well. The crowd cheering them home as Cheba tries again a long-range shot. Bulat out to the wing. 3 against 1 if they want it. Grbic, lovely little dummy, drops it in underneath, gets her 5th goal. 5 seconds remaining. And they won't even have time to take the throw off. There it is, and a comfortable win for Hungary, who go top of the group. Görbic, well, notable because she scored a 1000th goal for Hungary today. She's now on 1002 in this emphatic victory as Hungary beat Tunisia 39-20. Well, let's also recognise that Abdallah saved Tunisia from a bigger defeat with 17 saves. Although Kish had a better save rate, 44% save rate. And spare thought for Biro got injured. And there's Cheba, 10 goals in the game, top scorer. Single-handedly led the attack, really, although for Giuini, who did well at the right-back position in the second half on a 4-2 attack. Jean Briot, Vice President of the International Handball Federation, will present the Player of the Match award to Zuzana Tomori. 6 goals, played solidly in defence, stole the ball repeatedly when they tried to push it into the line, and it seems to have the seal of approval of the Hungarian fans as well. Smile on the face of the vice captain of the team. And so it went as expected. A comfortable win for the Hungarians in the end, but also 26 turnovers. It's hard to recover from that in a match for the Tunisians, who did look tired. They were physically drained in the game. Here are the statistics then. 57% success rate on the attack, 62% on the shooting for Hungary. Tunisia, well, better than the first half, but still down on 42% on their throwing. But 26 turnovers to Hungary's 9, 3 2-minute suspensions. It was hard, and they got hit by 9 fast breaks as a result of the mistakes they were committing in attack. And despite only scoring 1 from 4 of their own. So it's been a torrid afternoon for the Tunisians, but Cheba still though the top scorer with 10 goals in this game, while Tomori, player of the match, got 6 for them. Görbic and Gilesi 5 apiece. So nicely spread out for the Hungarians, most of the players getting in on the act. And the progression of the game will show it was more balanced certainly than the first half, but once more at the end there, the Tunisians, who were well beaten by then anyway, dried up a little as the match got very physical for them. So that's how it looks, and it means that at the end of today then Hungary moved top of the table with plus 19 goal difference ahead of Serbia and Montenegro, who drew earlier. Tunisia at the bottom. But coming up next is the one they're all waiting for here, Denmark against Japan. But it's a win here then for Hungary, 39-20 against Tunisia. Hope you've enjoyed the game, and until the next one, from me, Paul Bray, goodbye.
At jeg hele tiden tænkte,